Good morning. Good morning, everyone. You know what day it is? It's Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Whew. Made it all the way to the end of the week. Okay. Almost there. So close. So close. We are just so close. So close. Okay. So last night, again, I was parenting. Doing a little kids club thing, so I had time to sit and work on some things. The kids were doing their thing. So I spent some time and decided that the layer between the engine piece and the view pieces, right, whether or not it's SSH, it's WebView, etc., but the piece that kind of glues the two together, I was going to call the breach. So here we have another crate called breach. Yeah, I spent like 20 minutes with the thesaurus. That's the best that came out of it. So that, and I'm fond of a little game on mobile. It's called Into the Breach, and the breach is kind of a gateway, right? It's a crack in something, a crack in a wall. You can breach a wall. You can breach a door, and it's a game. So it's kind of mud-based game, and I thought that was fitting. A D&D based game, right? D&D based mud. So I thought the breach was fitting. We're going to have registration messages. It's one of the hardest two problems in computer programming. 3 problems? And the other one's off by 1 errors, but alright, so we have registration messages, which I figure we will enroll and leave. We'll have 2 of these. I didn't fill in, the content piece of these. I feel like we will have those. We have main starting this with a supervision strategy of a 1-for-1. I don't see a reason why we would need to restart more than one registrar called breach. Right? So these, I named them the breach, gave them a distributor called breach, so we will send messages to breach. Or registration and deregistration. The children, I have yet to set up any sort of registry other than just receiving registration messages. So that's where we are going to pick up. We have view components mounting. They need to send messages to get themselves enrolled. And I left some coffee in a thermos last night. It is lukewarm, but darn good tasting. a little acidic. But now it has these chocolate notes to it that are just wonderful. It's one of the things I love about coffee. The longer you infuse it, or right, the water with it, the more the taste changes. It's like an adventure in every cup. Okay. Yeah, the time I tried to make tea with the cold water thermos, yeah, that didn't go so well. I forgot, yes. I wonder if I can close files from this view. That would be cool. This current window, close prompt. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Q? Oh, if you're in window mode. What is window mode? Oh, I think we're normally in window mode. So if I just hit save that. Let's go to, let's say, history. If I hit Q there. No, that's for the registry stuff. Anyhow. Here we are. This is the history component at the little text blob above. And we want to mount this. We want to register this with that other component. So we can call mount. What does mount do? Mount should register it. Our view registration guard needs to send a message. We have not been sending messages in Bastion. How do we send messages in Bastion? Okay. Oh, Bastion. It's for matching a message. Podcast. Good morning, MouseX. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, Musean with the raid. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, so just to reiterate where we are. I created another little library in our workspace called Breach. It is the wall between the views and the system, right? The game server. This is where UI views will register their components. This is also where, let's say we have terminal connections. They will also connect to the breach. So we've set up a supervision tree, and we are listening for messages in that supervision tree, so that registration messages, so that view components can register themselves with this. Good morning, Zealing. The message macro bugs you? Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, interesting. Is that a show? I've not heard of this. the view components, oops, it's a little too quick there. They mount. So in this case, we have a couple of components. We have a prompt, a user prompt. We also have a history component. And when they mount with Axum Live View, we want to then have their, what did we call it? Life cycle view registration guard. That's what it was. So this view registration guard is going to be asked to mount. It will be provided some information, the view handle, and it will register this view handle with the breach. Oh, what's my favorite squad in Into the Breach? Oh, I don't know. They're all so fun. I love that game. I kind of like the, oh goodness, what are they? The insect-like things. I forget what they are. It's been a while since I've played. But I do have a fondness for the game. Okay, but how do we send a message? Random is the best squad. Kill, spawn, start, stop, supervisor. We can broadcast children. That creates children distributed. Because we don't want to broadcast a message. We want to send a message. How do we send a message? Do we need to have some sort of... We have to execute something? Artillery AP cluster config. Interesting name. I think children can use, let's say, context, Bastion context, to send or tell somebody else. No, this is not it. We just use broadcast? That doesn't seem right still. We could get the context, yes. Where does this context come from? In this example, I don't see it. Later, the message is asked to the child. I assume that's saving the context or something else. Oh, no, child ref. That's right. This is the thing asking the question. Ask message. Oh, a two-adder. That must have been returned by this. Do we have to pass that? We might need to pass that. Back to breach. Lib. This is breach supervisor. Children returns children. But here we return a supervisor ref. Should we be returning a reference to that? No, I thought we could send something with a distributor name. Bastion. Distributor named, so we can get a named group, so I can target that group. Oh, I just create one of these and then just tell one. Okay, that's very straightforward. Let's go back to history. Oh, no, we want to go to the mount component, or the view registration guard. And I noticed that my font is a little small today. Okay. Oh, we should just get a distributor from that other library. So breach, just give us one. Oh, function. Distributor will be this. Oh, to reach registration. Why not just async foo? Oh, interesting. You're right. Wow. Yeah, when I extracted the closure here, the closure was, it looked like the closure is basically doing what I have here. So it's a, dare I say, literal translation. But you're right, this could just be async with a result here. It's interesting that, yeah, we're not awaiting here, right? Which is what we would normally do after a call to an async function. But in this case, we just want to give it the future so that anytime, well, anytime it goes to start one of these, it just uses that future. Huh. Is that the, that must be the same thing. That's interesting. Is there a difference between this? Function pointer that returns a future. It's... All right. Reach, registration distributor. L1, and then we give it the message. And reach the registration distributor. This is in util. Oh, util. It's going to have to depend on that. I think this version cares. Okay. Close that, come back here. Save that. The latest spec allows for multi-line inline tables. Wait, what are we talking about? Which latest spec? For features? Oh, for Tommel. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Oh, I see. One day Russ will upgrade to it. Let message equals why aren't we just calling a function on the breach module that says register this, and it does everything behind the scenes? That's much nicer. So what are we going to give this? We're going to give it, okay, breach register view, and we will give it the self.kind and self.view ID and self dot, oh, it's not, it's just view handle. Methods alphabetically. Let's not make this public. Hub function, register view, and then we had, I guess, three different things. And then inside of here, we would call registration distributor. Oh, come on. There we go. Tell one. Can we give them a message that we craft in here? Which also means that we can hide that. Oh, I like this. This is feeling very Erlangish. Messages something, I don't know. Okay, so when we call register view, we have a view kind. Let's have that not inside of util, but inside of the breach. We'll have to get rid of that. Util source view kind. Dash F. That's fine. Non-exhaustive. I think for our project here, we would want it exhaustive, right? To help force us to. Well, or let me ask, why would we want it to be non-exhaustive? While I change up the music. Playing chill, let's go lo-fi. Oh, they have to have a catch-all. But I think I want to break the other crates. This is a graceful addition of views without breaking it. Ooh. I could see that if this was going to be used outside of this crate. Outside of this workspace. That makes a ton of sense. But if this is just an integral component of this workspace and this project, then I think we want it to break. I mean, I'm open to both views. But I do like leaning on the compiler for this. I do. Thinking more about iteration speed. Oh. I see. So you can develop different views without having to change everything. Gotcha. Let's try it. Let's try it. And then if we get into trouble, we can always come back from that. Oh, how do I close a window? W. Transpose splits, go to, okay. Close, Q. View kind, and then we wanted the ID and the handle. Why don't we switch that up? Let's do the ID first. Oh, can we? Flip comma. There we go. View ID, view kind, view handle. Okay. And the ID in this case is view ID, which we say is a string. I'm going to move that to git move util source view ID to breach source. We have mod view ID. It's already pub and view kind. Oh, wait. Registration message is internal, isn't it? Yeah, I love that in Rust Analyzer. I like that I don't have to bother with, you know, the ceremony of creating new files and all that. It's really nice. Mod registrar. Okay. Oh, in this case, we want registrar to have some sort of child start function, which is this async. How do we want to call that? Registrar. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, this should be registrar distributor. Now this is registrar registration distributor still. Why isn't this actually in the registrar? What is the breach? The breach is the bit of code between the views and the game engine. Right? It is going to register the view components all into one nice comfy little place so that the game engine can send a message to the breach, and the breach would distribute it to the correct view. The engine would be ignorant of the fact that the view could be a web view. It could be some other fancy socket like a terminal. So that's what the breach is. The breach is the connection between the outside world and the game engine. Did I name this? Or is this a common name? I named this. I spent like 20 minutes sitting out in the cold with a thesaurus naming this. Yeah. That can be pub crate. We just have registration distributor. Is this a play on the word bridge that is often used? You always keep your guitar in the car now? Oh no. Yes, Zach, that's absolutely correct. Only things inside the crate can see it. It's good for traffic jams. Oh, okay, that one's got some. Oh, and so I have some more as well. Where is it? Oh, here. I have to scroll up a little bit. Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house? Because a ghost bring all the booze. Not to brag, but I made 6 figures last year. I was also named worst employee at the toy factory. Yeah, no one. I need a little laugh track, right? Laugh track would help. This year's Fibonacci convention is going to be really special. Apparently, it's as big as the last 2 put together. Oh, come on, you know you love it. In 2017, I didn't do a marathon. I didn't do one in 2018, 2019, or 2020 either. This is a running joke. That one's bad. That one's really bad. Just want to take a moment to thank the sidewalks. They've been keeping you off the street for years. And registration message. That could be internal to this, couldn't it? Let's just move that in here. Doing pub crate in a private module is a Clippy warning. Oh, interesting. How do you stop Canadian bacon from curling in the pan? Oh no. I don't know how. Take away their little brooms. Oh. Ah. Yes, yes, very nice. All right. I think we can get rid of this one. Yep. Okay. Sundays are sometimes sad days, but the day before it was Saturday. Oh, Saturday. Sadder. Oh, no. Oh, oh, that's a bad joke. Saturday. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to order these. That down there. Okay. Okay, so we need to get the message set up so we can receive this registration message. When we enroll, we're just going to pass those parameters through. Pass a view ID, view kind, and view handle, I think is what it was. To a name structure. think I have that piece wrong, but... Ah. And view handle. That's from Bastion, right? Is the Tory chat app done? Oh, Miguel. It's running. I don't think I would call it done, though. There's a lot to do on it still. But if you want to work on it, I know where the source is. Why is this not throwing an error? Like because it can't compile it. Okay. Use registration message. Got the supervisor. View handle. We need Bast. No, we need Axum Live View for this. I guess the breach has to know about Axum Live View. You don't really trust stairs. They're always up to something. You have so many pending side projects, you've become impervious to such nerd sniping. That should be sorted. There. Close that. Close that. Close that one, sure. I don't think I've needed to restart the LSP, which I've been doing. I think I just needed to save, but it's not doing it still. Okay, maybe I do need to restart. There we go. Okay. Registrar needs to be generic as well. That's interesting. Does... If registrar is... Can it be generic? Can I infer a type of T? Yes, because... We're doing this bottom up, aren't we? The caller has to declare the type. But the caller doesn't know the type here. Because view handle could have any kind of message. Do we need different view handles? Do we have to declare these somewhere else? Here? Ooh. I guess we do have to know the type of message that we're sending to it. And because of view handle, if we go back into something like prompt, the view handle, the message here, is that what we're concerned about? Or is it... No, it's different, isn't it? Oh, it is self-message. Self-message. But these are tangled. I don't like this. A man walks into a seafood market carrying a trout under his arm. He asks one of the fishmongers, "Do you make fish cakes?" "Yes, we do," he replied. "Great," said the man. "It's his birthday." Right, fishmongers is highlighted. Yeah, it's a URL detection. There's a bug. Send the message to something that this component... Okay, yeah. We see that. We have view handle. See, I don't think that... Oh. Yeah. That's... We didn't quite get to that. So we could extract this message, this form message piece, and say this is a prompt message. And all things that look and smell like a prompt must handle this. As Breach needs to understand what sort of messages it's going to be sending to the prompt, right? And while the Breach is not going to be sending submit and user input change, it will be sending other things like, you know, append, well, maybe not to prompt, but prompt could maybe get like a autocomplete suggestions from the Breach, or, you know, commands to like hide the prompt. Let's say the user is dying, like, "You're dead," boom, right? Hide the prompt. Yep. Okay, so we need to have these messages moved up. I guess that's kind of why I was putting things in like util, because it was a little bit of a grab bag, but I wasn't planning on taking pieces out of the view. Excuse me. All right. Message, you're going away. Where do we want this to be? Ooh, how do we... Let's try a horizontal split. Look at that. Reach lib. Mod view. Do we want different view message? Like... use view message : star. think we're just going to have find one of those. Create module. That should be fun. Okay. Take that, put that there. Now we have pub form message, which is not what we want to call it, because that is for the prompt. This is a prompt message. Oops. Okay. Someone asked me if I take my coffee to work with you. You don't know how to reply. My coffee doesn't know how to work. You could abstract out the message thing. On the view kind, have it take a function that takes a breach message. Take a function that takes a breach message and produce a generic M for the associated view handle. But I think we actually need it. Because the breach will eventually need to send messages to these views. So it has to know the message kind. Or the message type. All right, we need serialize and deserialize. Let's web cargo Saturday. Are we not using Saturday elsewhere? Okay. Signatures are wrong, but basically the map thing betrayed implemented in the view. Yeah, but we still need to be able to send messages to you, right, from the breach. Oh, I see. You're saying that the breach message, it gets translated by the view. I think that's just complexity I don't want at this point. I see what you're saying. So then the view needs to understand breach messages. Oh, interesting. I see. I see. Looking through that. Okay, so scroll up a little. Where did it start? Here. Simple view kind. Right. In order for us to have the view handle, We need to know a type. Function produces wrong. But the idea is that you produce a mapping on the front end. Yeah. So, okay. So let's think through that. How do I close that? WQ. Okay. Okay. So this live view, this prompt component needs to know what the type is there, right? So breach, create message map, type M function. All right, so we have a trait that breach has. Breach treats the handle as view handle, kind as message map. We'll call it M. Okay. Now, word is just generic over some associated type. Now, the registrar here, okay, so our view handle here, right? If we're holding on to a view handle, though, don't we have to provide it with a generic type? And so you're saying this generic type here would be that type M in the message map? Oh, glitch. And then kind implements it. Basically, implement message map for whatever. Okay. So it's basically mirroring the live view trait, but without the Axum stuff. Okay, so let me try to work through this then. So we have supervisor, right? And we need an exec, right? So this exec, we don't have that. We have registration message. So we get rid of that. Okay. So we have some sort of registration message that we're receiving. We cannot provide a generic here because the generic type would have to be known at this point, right? And we don't know the type of the message at this point. So registration message then has to be able to... Yeah, we're not gonna... No, good box. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's coming together. So we have this message map thing that is basically wraps the view handle. Okay, so just type M, right? And then we would have some sort of send here, right? Yeah. Or map or whatever, yeah. Where we convert the message that we send to their other type. So they give us something that implements message map. But we still have to know the type on the message map. Because they would just give us something that implements message map here, right? On the handle? Instead of the handle. And that could be a concrete type. Yes. Well, you were saying view kind. So we could... Box, 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 box. Ta-da. Somebody should know. See this. I want to learn this. So, and this is pub type trait. All right, so we'd have some sort of message map that knows how to take a breach message, which we don't have. Okay. That would return self-m. Let's see. Now, so we would have to... Where do we hold the view handle then? Because the view handle is our target. This is what we're sending to. All right, where does that live? Does that live in the view kind? Just be a channel? Well, it has to, because it's just, I don't want to go channel to channel though. Like, why have one channel when you could have two? Sounds very government. You see sender, breach message, right, to view handle. You send via a bunch of unbounded channels anyway, so they're allocating, and if they are internally a linked list, they will allocate each send, right? Not against it, I'm just wondering if there's a way not to. Thinking through it. Tokyo's, which Axum uses. Okay, Fox, could erase the type as Glitch was small suggested? Yeah. And that would work. It sounds like we're doing allocations either way, right? Oh, it's to switch to me Malik. Ooh, I like me Malik. Just by swapping out allocators. Wow. Okay. How do we use box? Is it dime? View handle? And oh, but it's not a trait. This is box view handle. And whatever T is here, we don't have. Find any. Where's send? Because send needs to be sends to, yeah, just oh goodness, it really doesn't care, does it? It just needs to be send box time FMA breach message. And abstract away the types to separate the crates. That's a good idea. Yeah. Then you just box a closure. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's... Because that's really what we're doing, isn't it? We're just... Oh, I like that pattern. Okay. Breach message. Yeah, that's all it takes. Oh, do we want it to give a result? There might be something that we could use there. So we'll remove that from there. We still have Bastion, which is fine. Okay, we need breach message. That's... Oh, what is breach message going to be? I don't think every type needs to understand everything. Okay, so... Interesting, okay. Because we doing this pattern, we could push basically the rendering of these different things out to the components themselves, which I don't think we need to do because we might have... It basically multiplies things. But we could have the view kinds kind of filter what kind of messages they can receive. Instead of pointers to the next element, it's a chunk of memory. Inline times 2 current next line. Got that wrong. Okay. Oops. Okay. I think this is going pretty well. View kind could be used to filter the types of breach messages that a certain view can handle. Okay. Doesn't implement debug because breach message. Oh, wait. Debug isn't implemented for FN mute? Does that mean we have to implement that ourselves? Oh, Wamboo. Okay. Standard format debug. I want to debug enum tuple list map. We're not enum in this? Oh, hold on. We want to match self. In this case, there we go. Debug struct. We'll give it a name. And that's enroll. Field. Field name. ID. I feel like I'm missing something there. The value. That's self dot. Oh, no, that's just ID, isn't it? Because we've deconstructed. Okay. ID. Field. Kind. Kind. And then handle. Guess we could just skip the handle. Finish non-exhaustive. Okay. For leave, there's not much for us to do. And I'm really liking Helix. Feels like Vim's cousin, Like, it's fast enough. I still have to think about it a little bit, but... It's kind of a tuple? We haven't really filled that out. I think it'll eventually be a struct. Finish. What's up, Mr. Halsey? You're going to make you try it. You can't afford to ditch my actual working Neovan config. It's almost like, you know, the things we like about Rust and the compiler and how it teaches you how to use it better. Look at this. It's got little dialogues and things. All right, so we have that and that. Okay, I like this thing here. That means that our... Oh, where'd it go? There was some other message that we dropped in here. Breach. No. View message. Now this one. This goes back. View message goes back to prompt. Okay. Delete that. That's going to be in web prompt. Go to the end of the file, paste. Okay, then this is field. What did we call it? Form message. Sure. Okay, so we put that back. Close that. This file needs to go away. How do I delete a file? I don't know. Just... View message, okay. Alright, breach. Source. View message. Means we have to update breach lib. View message is gone. Okay. So we have breach message, we have view ID, we have view kind. Fine. Required because it appears... what is this? Okay, yes. We didn't do this yet. Registration message. Oh, it should not take a type T. On here. Oh. Send is not implemented for fmute. Breach message needs to be send. Is that correct? Sync. Send sync static. Box defaults to static, so that's redundant. Perfect. Okay. Okay. What errors do we have left? Files not found. For util, yes. It goes away, it goes away. We still have our view registration guard and util. Nice, okay. And sing static, break it, fix it, trash. That's like a song, right? Box 9T is box 9T plus static, box 9T plus A forces it to be... Oh, interesting. So you can override the static portion with a lifetime. Which is what closures do? No, closures aren't... Okay. But do closures override the lifetime? Very Daft Punk-esque, yes. Okay, so we'll close that. Local future equals max. For breach view. Oh, and we need to change reach cargo. Just checking the dependencies. Okay, BC. Or breach view kind. UID. I see. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so we have registration guard. Register view. Goodness, where did we end up with that? Registrar. Registrar has register view. Okay, but we need this view handle to be something else. Reach message. So we need to translate the message here. Okay. And why const Esther is static because you didn't give it a last time. Okay. Oh, we need to receive that. Let's do a type view handle equals box dine function f. Come on, I've been mute. Takes a reach message. Send stink. Okay. Send and stink. Okay, so we take a view handle, and I missed that. View handle. Hmm. Go to matching bracket. Okay. Surround add. So I need to have something selected first. Not doing it. So we have that. Oh, S. Curly. Oh, there we go. View handle. No. View. It wasn't a struct, was it? It is. It's a box. That's a struct. Missing fields. Handle. Oh. Yes. Even though it's unused. Okay. Enroll, leave. Good. Now we have the view handle, and we can do something with it. Okay. Oh, thanks for swinging in, Miguel America. We shouldn't need box futures. Oh, I remember that. The type diff? That was a while back. Okay. Voodoo, how you doing, buddy? How are you? Wait. Are you the same person as Miguel? Miguel just left and Sudu comes in. It's like Clark Kent and Superman. Right? One wears glasses, the other doesn't. Alright. So in this case, we want to have our registration message and have this big lead up to have a registration message. We're enrolling. We have the ID. We have the kind. We have the handle. Boom. What? Did I get that in the right order? Oh, I need curly braces instead. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Is Miguel a cool guy? Yeah. Oh, you're fishing for info on how we feel about you. Yourself, using an alternate ID. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, so in this, we want to return result, unit, bastion error, some. Okay. unit or bastion error, something like that. Send error. Okay, where do we get send error? Must be in bastion somewhere. Oh. Okay, it knows where that is. Good. Oh, maybe we should handle some of this. Oh, that's okay. Why nobody should ever do it over. Believe it or not, this is the third time in 2 weeks. Streamers have been caught up on your identity. One stream there is Pseudo Scorpion. It was a fake. Another stream we were accidentally banned. Now you're called Ghost. Now you're here. Alright, so that should just send the message. You're having a Twitch identity crisis. Oh, that's funny. What's happening here? Oh, we didn't... mismatch types. Mismatch types. Oh, we didn't box this. Box, new... Okay. I guess we could extract that to a local. And we need one more paren. Oh, I see. Inline, no. Yeah, we know it's not used. Back to the commit thing. Oh, and thank you for the follows, everyone. Big Bang. Extreme Digital Tech, thank you for the follow. You love the cursed stuff people build in Rust. Nightly crimes? What? Oh, I want to see. Please do not use this. Improved version of auto import. Oh. Wow. Nightly crimes. Oh, that's crazy. Does the owner have like a bunch of these? Cert 2 auto import. Eh. Looks like some legit stuff here. Get to charge my watch. Oh, and my phone. Switch them. I'm gonna go for a run later, and I don't want to run out of power. All right, and watch. It just keeps me going during the run. Oh, interesting. Got it. Got it. Oh, interesting. View ID and view kind. These, well, I guess we just clone these. That's copy, right? That's... really cool. She also came up with a really cool way of converting ints very fast into floats using bit fiddling. Oh, wow. That's cool. And you've written that anyhow future so much into a snippet. Wow. All right. Oh, yeah, I got a couple of these pieces. It's not in util anymore. Isn't? Huh. Right. Web has breach? It doesn't. Okay. I thought it did. Util. Oh, util has it. These are not sorted. Oh, how do we sort things? How do we sort? Do they not have sort? Oh. Oh. Smooth brain. There's not a sort. Helix sort lines. There must be a way. No. One pipe sort. Okay. I can do that. That didn't do anything. You can split multi-line selections into multi-selections line-wise with Alt-S? Alt-S. Alt-S. Oh, but then... Oh? Goodness. No. Okay. Well, let's try that again. Alt-S. Sort. That works. I'm a little disturbed by having so many cursors on the screen when I didn't need to. Anyhow, we're back. Or sort. Sort ranges and stuff. Oh, interesting. Sorts all the cursors. Ew. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. Close that. Did I even add web cargo? Did I add... I didn't even add breach. I was too distracted with... yeah, OCD. It's a real thing. I need to have my lines sorted. Alright. Fine. Breach view ID. Looks like it may have come to its senses. Okay. That's not there anymore. Expected unknown found. Interesting. It's because there's the error. Okay. Getting there. So far, so good. Alright, and we still have some time, man. We're hauling today. Cooking. Let's go back into breach. Registrar. So we can now enroll things here. What do we do with this? Okay. We have a view ID, right? And I think what we should do is create a child given this ID, right? So we should try to see if this child exists. If it doesn't exist, we create one, then we send it a message. Oh yeah, we didn't look at that. Copy link. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Converting integers to floats using hyperfocus. Hyperfocus. It's a beautiful day in August, a few summers ago. You're writing it several times? Okay. Wrongly accusing Frumstert of having bugs and... Okay, 7 lines of unreadable bit twiddling code that seem to do the trick while implementing the correct rounding mode almost. Oh, no, perfectly. Okay. Actually, we came up with something even shorter. X as F64. Yeah, so... Oh. Hey, you never asked, Rusty laughed. I figured you were just having fun. Oh, that's funny. Pretty dangerous. Okay. Oh. Wow, wow, wow. Therefore, our code must work correctly for all numbers. Luckily, there's only 4 billion floats, so... I don't know if that's true. I read that online somewhere. I really don't know if it's true. Interesting. It's okay. Back up. Hey, welcome everyone. And how are you? Okay, so you gotta go think. Thank you for the raid toggle bit. And welcome, welcome raiders. Happy Friday. Oh my goodness, we've made it through the week. It's been a little bit of a slog for me. And my nice kind of calm time in the morning with everyone here. I really do appreciate it. We were looking at Mara's blog. Mara has a couple of things that they do. And this blog talks about converting floats and some cool stuff and some tricks. But yeah, we were just kind of browsing through that for a moment, taking a quick break from the challenge at hand. But I wanted to look and see the very end. Assembly, okay. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Almost twice as fast. Converted, define... Oh my goodness, look at that. You were all jazzed up to build a Rust Twitch chat TUI, then you research and found that's all just IRC under the hood. So here you are in IRC. Welcome, Bad Loop. How are you? Yeah. And if you need reference to that, and you're doing that in Rust, just find the source for this thing. It's in our source set. version functions have been merged. Wow. And into the .NET runtime. Oh goodness, wow. Very nice. Okay. We're going to get back to what we're doing. We are building a MUD. A MUD is like an OG MMO with like text and adventure. But we're going to take our own little spin on it. We want that sort of old school feel, but we want it accessible to people just on the internet. So we're making a browser interface to this. MUDs, your forever project. Yes. So we are using Bastion, which is like it provides some Erlang-like features to Rust. It has supervision trees, it has message passing. And we're at the point where we are trying to set up UI and the different components that come with the UI with this supervision tree. So when you connect to this, oh, it might actually run. Cargo run -b server. Let's... Okay, come on, run, okay. Localhost 8080, okay. This is our MUD so far. It's like a polar bear in a snowstorm. Completely invisible. You can't see the polar bear. But you would type like attack monster slowly. Okay, here you would send that. That would get sent to basically the game engine, and we're gonna fix all this up so that it looks like a MUD, right? What's the status of Legacy, by the way? It's on ice. It's in the deep freeze at the moment. Who knows, it might fold into this. I haven't... We'll see. There's some neat things in Legacy that I like, but I don't have... I don't have it in me to work on Legacy at the moment. But here we're also using Axum, the Rust project, and Axum has this live views similar to how Phoenix framework and the Elixir framework has live views. So we're using those live views, and we're going to be pushing messages from the server to the client. We can see that the server received a number of events from the client. We have a new message. When I hit enter, the server then cleared out the message box here, the input box, with a little WebSocket command. So the server is really controlling this UI. It's super thin. We're loading very little, and that's what we're intending to do. And we're also going to be registering these view pieces, these individual pieces, with the view. No telnet connection option? Isn't this 1990? No. We're concerned about we're concerned about security now. Trying to see what as F64 generates. Well, just being too clever. Oh, interesting. It's just okay. Okay, so, and for everybody that's just rated, this is our Blackboard. And for context, right, the happy little adventurers, they connect with their web browser to this system, and the web view needs to be able to register its UI components with something I'm calling breach, and breach lives in the middle here, right? It's going to translate the messages from the world, or basically manage how we do this, and manage the connection between the world and the web. So if you're wondering what breach is, that's where this lives. So breach, when it receives a message that contains everything for a UI component to register itself, we need to do something with it. And in this case, we need to maybe look to see if the view already exists, because we're registering view components, portions of a view. We'll create a child. Let's see, if not, create the child. Let's just send it the view components. And that's pretty much it, right? Possibly unregister the view. To generate a random use size. But it does anyway. Wow. Huh. Okay. So, let's continue. How do we... I'm new to Bastion, and so we need to see whether or not a child exists. We have a view ID. All of the components within this should have the same view ID. So maybe first... match message. Let's match the message because it's an enumeration. Yeah. And when we get to enroll, we want to do something with this. Async function handle enroll. We'll take the ID, the kind, the handle. We'll do something there. Okay. So now we have both things set up to handle. That's just so that we can see we receive a message. Match arms have incompatible types. Oh no. What are the incompatible types? They should both return unit. UID. Oh, because we're not awaiting those. Okay. Unexpected token match. Perfect. Now we can handle this. And we really haven't worked out the leave portions yet, but that's okay. We'll get to that. We see if a child exists with Bastion. So in this case, what do we have? We do have context. So we have Bastion context. We could look up the supervisor. This song is too sleepy, isn't it? Let's go to something else. That's a message from behalf of the current context to the address. Ooh, what is a ref adder? How do we get a ref adder? An envelope? Oh, interesting. Oh, message.signature. Interesting. You got it after the fact, you're on autopilot mode. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Current returns a child reference to the children group element. Okay. Parent notify. So we can get a parent. Get our supervisor. Does a supervisor ref... I see. So we could create it if it doesn't exist using the supervisor ref. Otherwise, we want to simply send a message using the dispatcher. Okay. I like the jazz. I used to play jazz, not professionally, unless you count like, you know. I did get paid for it, so maybe that's professionally, but I don't know. Let's try to send a message using the dispatcher. If it doesn't get delivered, we'll create the child. All right. Is it dispatcher? We used it up. There's distributor and then there's dispatcher, and I get them confused all the time. So we want a distributor. Okay. With a specific name. Okay. Distributor Named. ID. Ooh, does view ID have display? Implement that. Standard format display. F dot right stir self.uuid. Okay. So we get our named piece. And what are we going to send to it? Pro? No. I got paid money for it. In total, I've probably been paid on the order of $200. Right? So it's like you got your foot kind of dipped into the pool of professional musician. Yeah. Do you know where I've got some musician jokes. What do you call a musician without a girlfriend? Homeless. A bunch of my kids play stringed instruments. What does a violinist's fingers and lightning have in common? They never strike the same place twice. Ooh, yeah. A little. Okay. These are things that I heard, you know. Okay, yeah. Oh, what is request sync? Backed by one shot. Oh, interesting. Okay. Subscribe? Subscribe a child ref to the name distributor. Okay, no. Clone, okay. I think we tell one. There should only ever be one. And we'll get an... Okay, we'll get an error back. We're basically going to send this registration message through again. Why don't we just send the whole registration message instead of destructuring it? Can we do that like at message? T equals boom that. But now, it's going to be enroll or we'll have to. Well, let's just deconstruct it there. That's fine. I think I want enroll to be like the struct to be slightly separate. Come on, MI curly brace. No, M A curly brace. Oh, delete that. Put that somewhere else. No, just struct. Does it need to be pub? Yes. Yes, it does. Enroll message. Okay. Let's change that. Still deconstructed there. Ooh. Register view. Maybe let's rename this. Let's change this to enroll view. And we pass in an unenroll message. Something like that. You know what? We don't need to do that, do we? Enroll message. We say ID here, kind, and handle. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And thank you for the follows, everyone. Yasher 2000, thank you. Back into breach. Have I played Into the Breach? I have. I like the game quite a bit. I got it via Humble Bundle a while ago. Good game. Okay. Okay. A couple more and we'll be there. Message. AT equals X. Okay. Pass the enroll message. Okay. Oh, MSG. Come on. Too many R's. Okay. What are we up to? Oh, late night Halsey game stream. When? Oh, man. Can someone explain to me what we are up to? We are currently trying to enroll live view components into registration system into a registration system that the game server can send messages to. The game server would say like, hey, you've been hit. And then this system, the breach, would deal with, you know, shuffling those messages around and sending it to the right place. So at this point, this is a piece of the view, the web view, is being enrolled so that we can send messages directly to that one piece of web view. Yep, you're welcome. Tell one. So at this point, we don't know, and okay, and just for a little bit more context, imagine this box here as being the live view, okay, and the whole view has an ID, right? It might be ID 1, right? It's a UUID, but for example here, it's 1. And these views are sending these messages to this registrar. The registrar will then have children for each view. So in this case, we have view 1, view 2, view 3. And each of these children off this registrar will be directly addressable with their view ID. So you can just send them a message using their ID. Or the easiest is their face. That's funny. Over here, yeah. All right. Okay. So each of these. Oh, the top left. Oh. Yeah, I could see that. And 1 and 2 things look like their feet. Yeah, here. So yeah, we have these children objects, and these we'll be able to register component pieces with, and the ECS will be able to send messages directly to those pieces so that they can be sent directly to the client. Still more left. Oh, over here, 1 and 2. Oh, these two are there. Oh, that's their feet. Oh, I get you now. Yeah. We're going to try to tell this child, this idea here, that you've got a new component, right? That you can send messages to. We're just going to forward that message through. Now, in this case, we also, we're getting some errors here to do. We also need to look at the result. If it's an error, we need to try and identify what the error is. Right? And if it's a recoverable error, we will just create the child, right? Because we don't know if it exists, and we don't have a way to know without poking it. Like, hey, can you receive this message? So let's see. A match here. Do we want the error, the result of this, to bubble all the way back? We can't, because the message that we're receiving is not something that we need to reply to. Should we reply to it? Ooh. Maybe. Okay. I found an entry from an early dev cycle of Java. I'm afraid of negative numbers, so I'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Ta-dunch. All right. So we have our distributor. We're going to send it a message. We're going to get OK, which is unit. Right. So if we tell one, this returns result, unit, or send error. So if it's cool, we just ignore it, right? We're done. I want the opposite of the question mark operator, which is funny. Zach Rip, oh, thank you. Subbing with Prime, I appreciate that. Goes towards my coffee fund. Gotta stay decaffeinated. Happy to share your free Bezos money. Oh. What should we return here? I feel like we have to respond. Right? In which case that needs an exclamation point, and we have to look at the documentation because that macro is just crazy. Message. Okay, yeah, this one. Here, an arrow with an optional bang between the equal and greater signs, which will make the case only match if the message can be answered. Okay. The message can be answered when using that instead of that. An answer can be sent by passing it to the answer macro that will be generated for this use. Oh, interesting. Okay. Tell a bad joke. There we go. I said I could do something. Then someone replied, "When pigs fly." And yet I still finished it on February 2, Groundhog's Day. I don't get it. Alright, so we should be able to get the answer. We can just send that back. So we need to return something. Okay. Flying pig. Groundhog. It's a stretch, man. Groundhogs don't fly either. But yeah, I see. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's bad. It's bad. Oh, you know what? I think we should get rid of registration message. So I think this wants us to basically accept enroll message and leave message and not have this sort of type here. Oh, okay. We're going to get rid of that. So we can get rid of this, but we need to impl debug for enroll message. Okay. No longer need to match self there. self.id, self.kind. Okay, so now we have our debug for that. Enroll message. Pass message. Okay, so here we want this to be enroll message. So we get enroll message. Handle enroll message. Okay, and now that we have this, we could build up an answer. We give it what, CTX and then blah blah blah, right? Okay, so we need to be able to not just tell, but we want to ask this piece for that. That's going to be in, let's say, oh, the guard, the view registration guard. Now here, we're telling it to enroll this view. We give it some information. The view is a tell one. We don't want a tell one. What do we want? We want a ask one. Ask a question to the recipient attached to the distributor. Okay. And ask is different from request. Ask a question to a recipient attached to the distributor and wait for a reply. Oh. I see. Do we want it to be asynchronous or not? Oh, well, do we want to wait for a message? Right. I think we do need to do a request so that we get the result here. Because if we ask one, what's tell one? Result unit, ask one. It's result and so we could use answer. Bum bum bum. Okay, ask everyone. No, we don't want everyone's answer. Oh, that's interesting though. Oh, there's so many uses for that. Getting consensus. Ooh. Hub function request. Hub function ask one. Oh, you get back a receiver. Oh, I see. And then we have to wait for the receiver. Okay. So we're going to use ask one so that we just get the answer right away. Because I don't think that I want to... then wait on the receiver. One question. Okay, where is it here? I guess we could await it. Could oh can we? That's the question. Can we await it? Where is this used? Is this only used from async contexts? On mount. And mount is not async. Could it be? Prompt. It's not. Okay. Oh. I'm running late. I need to bail. We're gonna do a quick raid to someone. I'm not sure who. Apologies for the short notice, but I was... Apologies for the short notice. Let's see, who's doing Rust? Alright, we're gonna raid Kuvaman. And thank you all for hanging out and all the follows and little resubs. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And for all the kind of fun jokes and all that. Till next time, y'all. Bye-bye.